I love making love to you, Peter. But why should so much pleasure cost so much pain? Or even death?
I'm sorry you saw that woman die.
No, I'm glad I saw it. All my life, I have heard women waxing poetic about the joys of childbirth. It is not a blessed event, Peter. It is a bloody damn mess that could kill you. It is God's little joke on women. I think God is a damn fool, and I think he has made an awful mistake.
Georgia! Now, I will not tolerate blasphemy in this house. Not even from you. Are you really so selfish? Do you know how many children I saw die in these last 2 weeks? Life isn't just given to us, Georgia. We have to earn it. And I think, darling, it is you that has made a terrible mistake.
I'm sorry. I want to have your baby.
Georgia, the man died of cholera. The river's contaminated. We have to move.
It is not in our family to run. We can't leave the cotton.
Darling, you're pregnant. This is what we have to worry about.
I'm not worried about anything. I'm married to the finest doctor in Texas.
Look, there are things a doctor can't do.
Well, my doctor can do anything.
Georgia, this is not a game. Cholera is a horrible death. Victims literally shrivel up and die.
If we lose our land, we'll die. We can't buy another 4,000 acres at this price. Peter, wait until harvest. Then we'll talk about moving if we have to move, please. Peter.
Dear Sarah, it's been months and I haven't heard from you. I try to make myself believe you are all right. I've decided that history is very unfair. Sam Houston will always be remembered for his victory at San Jacinto, but no one will know that Sarah Ashby McClure led 2,000 women to safety on the runaway scrape, or that she gave the great general the time he needed to rebuild his army. My teacher said that's because history is written by men. So I've decided to write a history book myself, and you'll damn sure be in it. You were right. I love school. I hope you were not just holed up in the house. I know how sad you are, but Bartlett would be mad at you if you just gave up. I need you, Sarah. You can make horses fly. Your devoted sister, Famie.
Bartlett, my days of mourning are over. I know I'll always think of you whenever a Texas scorcher settles in. I'll remember all your homecomings and how much I loved you. I still have my sonnets.
I will sorely miss the rare comfort of your presence. But there are weeds to be pulled, and the shutters need new hinges. I'll be joining you here someday, Bartlett. Talk about old times. I am proud to say that I was married to a fine Texas Ranger.
See you again, Sarah.
Oh, not much chance of that. What is all this? Well, Peach Creek Inn.
So that stagecoach was bringing guests to our house?
Income, Phoebe. We need the money.
I cannot believe you are serving lemonade to the very immigrants who are wantonly destroying Texas.
We were immigrants once, too, you know. Never thought I'd end up a crippled innkeeper.
Three-legged cats can jump just as well as four-legged cats. Don't go feeling sorry for yourself, Sarah.
Damn right.
Georgia. It's me, Femi. Oh, my God. Is it really you? How'd you know I was in Texas? I thought I saw you in town one day, so I asked around. You look wonderful, Femi. I have been meaning to visit Femi. I've had this land on my hands, and well, now I'm pregnant with my first child. And Martha, this is my friend, Euphemia.
Miss Euphemia?
Martha Benny's pregnant, too. I can't believe you're here. And look at me, I'm a mess. I don't naturally do this. It's just that all my slaves are in the fields, and I'm, Do you want to come inside? Okay. I wrote you a letter about the Trail of Tears. You never got it?
No.
Can you believe we're living in a tent like Bedouins? I swear, if it's hot, it's hotter. It's cold, it's colder. Privacy is a frivolous hope. Once the cotton comes in, though, Ed Tom has promised to build me a fine big house.
Who's Ed Tom?
Oh, he's my head driver. Helps me run the plantation. I couldn't do anything without him. Peter is a doctor, and he's always gone. Well, he's here occasionally. Eventually, you're gonna have to say something, Euphemia.
I'm sorry. I'm just... I remember those long summers with you. Those are some of my fondest memories. Down by the river. How many tadpoles did we catch?
18.
I baked up some cake for y'all.
Thank you. I think we've taken different roads since then, Georgia. I don't condemn you for owning slaves, but I'm not comfortable with the practice. I don't support it.
And no one's asking you to. I have friends who don't. It doesn't interfere.
Well, I admire their tolerance, but I don't share it. Sorry, Georgia. I shouldn't have disturbed you.
What? Euphemia? You're not actually leaving.
Ain't no slavery in the kingdom.
Yeah, you tell us, George. I want everybody to bring their own side, please, too.
Brought this scale all the way from Georgia. Held up good, didn't it?
It'll be all right. Put this piece over right here.
Yeah, it held up good.
There you go.
Evening, Miss Georgia. I'm just making sure this old cotton gin work right before the harvest.
I couldn't have done any of this without you, Tom.
That's kind of you to say so. You know, I had a brother once before I came to the captain. Taught me all about machines. But the master up there, he was cruel. One day my brother bumped into the master's wife, accidental-like. And the master caught him tied him to a tree, stripped him naked, and whipped him raw. He's kind, Miss Georgia. And this here is clean work. If I gotta be a slave, I guess it's the best place for me to be.
I'd never sell you.
The thing is, Miss Georgia, you could.
She owns people, Sarah. It's immoral and uncivilized. Do you still care for her? Doesn't matter.
It matters. Love matters. Everything human matters.
Yes. Oh. Look at him. Yeah. Martha?
Dr. Peter? I think it's my time.
All right. All right, easy now, easy. Here, let's get you set down. Here we go. That's pretty good timing, Martha.
Baby Lee, your first harvest gonna be our biggest. Yes, ma'am. We sure done good, Miss Georgia. We sure done good. Baby Lee, you take real good care of your mama.
You be careful, baby.
You too, honey. I'll be back.
Looks like we made ourselves a plantation.
Yes, ma'am. Sure look that way.
Godspeed, good friend.
Yeah! Step on up!
Never will understand you. Ain't no white person alive ever turned over a whole cotton harvest to a slave.
Square dance time! Circle high, circle low, circle left with the one you know. From the Peach Creek into the Rio Grande, square dance time in a brand new land. Now chase that rabbit, chase that squirrel, chase Miss Beanie around the world. Texas! Now chase that possum, chase that fox, chase old William out his sock. Swing those corners side by side, swing them around, swing them wide. Go down around Lone Star Sage, fiddler's call, let's celebrate. Top hat leave on a ball of yarn, wind it up tight, you'll do no harm. To San Antonio and the Alamo, to the Texas Plains and San Jacinto. To the Gulf Stream waters all aglow, and keep on dancing to and fro. Come on now, I got a brand new state, square dance time, let's celebrate. Now swing your honey and don't be late. Swing your own feet.
Come on, Tina. Follow me.
I'll follow you.
Promenade.
Then I got some catching up to do.
Red River to the Rio Grande. Promenade. Promenade, Phoebe, the pretty little dove, the pride of Texas, the one you love.
Comanches call you Brave Squaw Child. You know what I told them Comanches about you? You ought to see her dance.
You really remember dancing with me at Sarah's housewarming?
We danced a Kentucky hoedown. And I remember your smile most of all.
Did you tell those Comanches you only dance with me on a dare?
I left that out. May I tell you something else I never told anyone? I think you are the prettiest creature on God's green earth. And that is the whole truth.
Think I'm pretty? I'm gonna raise horses one day. The finest horses in Texas.
Well, you're gonna need a few things first. Like a ranch, and some land, some good breeding stock. You'll probably need a man.
There's no reason why I can't run a horse ranch by myself. And I won't use slaves, and I don't need a man. Besides, I already have property in my own name.
Well, you sure are gonna make some man a fine catch. All that property, all those horses, all that sass. Man sure could do worse.
Too bad I don't plan to marry.
Tragedy for all mankind.
He's burning up.
Hey. Hey, doves. Hey, boy. What is it?
What is it?
It's color.
Don't you cry. Go to sleep, you little baby. When you wake, you shall have
Georgia?
all the pretty little horses, black and gray, devil and gray, coach and six little oh, Shabbat, don't you cry, go to sleep.
Georgia!
We'll have to burn everything. Blankets, anything the baby
Bobby's in
touched.
Georgia.
She ain't inside? That chair, too.
Georgia!
And the cradle. Oh, my God, Dr. Peter. She's in the cotton fields.
Let the cotton die. I should let the cotton die. I should let the cotton die. Did you sell all the cotton?
Every last bit of it.
Baby Lee, your daddy's back.
see you came back to us.
Hello, Miss Georgia.
Got anything in that wagon for me?
Yes.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! Yes! Yes, sir!
Look at all of that.
$4,503.32.
I am mighty pleased. Once we move on to our new land, I want a nice little house for each family. And I want an office in the main house when we build it with windows so I can see the cotton fields. And I think this year we should plant at least 1,000 acres.
Yes. Yes.
Damn.
Breathe. Come on, don't forget to breathe.
I'm breathing! I'm breathing! I'm breathing! I'm giving out! It's
Be careful, Henry. This fence needs to be fixed.
I know that. We need a new horse barn, fences around the new pastures. Don't have the manpower.
I will not have slaves on my property in Texas, William.
I didn't invent slavery.
Can't you see it's immoral?
Tildy's a slave, Feemy.
No. She's like family.
She's a family slave. Seems to me you own one more slave than I do.
The African native is inherently unsuited to freedom. Why bring such hardship on a beloved servant?
It is because I love her that I wish to free her, Mr. Walker.
Do you love your husband?
I beg your pardon?
William King is a respected rancher. If you were to set Tildy free, people would suspect him of being an abolitionist. It could ruin him.
Tildy is my slave, not his.
You're his wife. You're not independent of him, Miss King. I shouldn't have to tell you that.
Well, you don't have to tell me anything. I'll take my business elsewhere.
Compared to you, Mr. Walker, chicken looks smart.
I am being forced to own a slave.
You are fighting the wrong battle, Feemy. You're not going to end slavery by freeing Tildy.
Something has to be done.
Then get the vote for women in Texas, like you're always talking about. If you want to end slavery, you got to beat them at their own game. Change the laws, change the way people think. Women are just waiting to be heard.
I'm not a crusader.
You best learn to shut up.
Georgia, what a surprise. You look wonderful. Excuse me, this is my sister, Sarah. It's nice to meet you finally.
Very nice to meet you, too. I've heard a great deal about you, Georgia.
You still have your place outside of Seguin? I know we built a grand new house just north of San Marcos. Well,
we were just on our way to hear Sam Houston's campaign speech. Maybe you'd like to join us.
Sam Houston. No, thank you. I'm not sure the general has much to say. I'm afraid all that drinking has addled his brain.
Really? Is that what you think?
I think he has no real grasp on the future of Texas. And nor do the rabid group of Lone Star loyalists who trot in his wake. Perhaps you mean people like me, who are concerned that the future of Texas is in grave danger of being trampled by a stampede of cotton rats. Like you, Mrs. Woods. Texas is a little more than a pauper's wilderness, Mrs. King. And cotton will make it rich. On the backs of slaves, no doubt. How many do you own now, 50? Well, your hero, Sam Houston, owns 15 himself. So despite his bunkum politics, he must know that slavery is an economic issue, not a moral one. What he knows is that America is a union and slavery is about to rip it apart. You can't just take away people's basic rights. You mean like the Indians? They're more American than blacks or whites, but I don't see too many of them in town here today, do you? You Texans are proud to say that you slaughtered them after you stole their land. What about their basic rights?
He's getting a bit fidgety. You might want to hold him, Miss Feemy.
Well, don't tell me you have a slave. My. How inconvenient for you.
Now, never mind.
They got in a mud fight down by the river. These ain't children, they're wild animals. They done birth wolves with Miss Georgia.
Are these your children? What's that old saying? Our children are our truest reflections? Have a nice day, Mrs. Woods.
Don't forget your slave, Feemy.
Don't forget your bull, Georgia.
Damn it! Another war.
You stay alive, Joel.
I love you, Mama.
Come back.
I will, darling. I promise.
Hey! Let up!
Bye. You take care of your mother.
It was easier fighting Comanche. At least then you had someone to shoot at.
Georgia, I haven't been feeling too well, but I'd like to help. I'm glad you came. Let me introduce you to everyone.
Hello, Georgia.
Hello.
The Yankees are much stronger than anybody thinks. They have factories.
Jesse, our cause is just. The good Lord will not allow the South to be defeated.
I'm so tired of hearing about the cause. My husband is a doctor. He's been dedicated to saving lives. Why should he have to take a pledge to kill people?
The Yankees want to end slavery and stop our way of life. We just can't let them do it.
I take my responsibility toward my slaves very seriously. That makes Yankees want to kill me.
They don't want to kill you, Georgia. Yankees aren't that brave. This war is about change. The fact that the South hasn't changed enough, fast enough.
Well, there's nothing I can do about that.
Yes, there is. You can pay your slaves a fair wage. You can educate them. Don't treat them like they were children. The South doesn't need slavery to survive. It's a self-serving myth.
I don't treat my slaves like they are children.
But you don't treat them like they were equals either. Read Frederick Douglass. He was a slave and he's a brilliant man.
These bullets are gonna kill Yankees. They're gonna pierce their hearts and blow out their brains. And there are women in the North doing the same damn thing we are. They're making bullets to kill our husbands and our sons and our lovers. And none of this makes any sense.
My son is fighting in this war, too. And I damn well want him to be able to defend himself, but he'll need bullets to do it. That makes a great deal of sense to me. I like Georgia. You need her.
What?
For the war. Not this one. The war that's coming. For the vote.
I do not need Georgia.
You antagonize folks, Feemy. Georgia's a real orator. She's got all the right bull and bravado. People listen to her.
Well, they'll listen to you too, Sarah.
No, not me. First time in my life, I have some contentment.
And I need it. I've been on that runaway scrape my whole life. Your turn, sweetie.
Good morning, Miss Euphemia. She's in her office.
Thank you, Martha. Georgia.
Euphemia, what a lovely surprise. Please come in. Sit down.
Your new home is beautiful.
That's how we cotton rats live.
I'm afraid I misjudged you.
Oh, I doubt it. I keep hoping everything that's wrong with me isn't all there is. I read Frederick Douglass's book. And I liked it. I liked how hard he fought for his freedom. I was shocked to hear that religious slaveholders were the cruelest. But I don't treat my folks like he was treated, Euphemia.
I don't think you do, Georgia. I agree with what you said at the Foundry about the insanity of this war. And I hate that I have no power to prevent it. Women need the vote. I thought you might help us get it.
What good will a vote do? I'm just working to survive here.
That's what I've done my whole life. The Mexicans chased us out of our house. The Comanches imprisoned us in it. They tortured my best friend, burned her face. Men tried to make treaties, but most of them failed. Women couldn't do anything. The vote will help us to do more than just survive. And I think you'd be very good at convincing people.
Well, I have no interest in it. I was hoping you would come here to be friends with me. But politics seem more important to you than that. I'm so sorry about how those savage Indians treated you.
I long to hear from you, William. I dread it when the stage brings mail, for fear the news is bad. The best of Seguin's young men are dying in this terrible war. Sarah, someone's coming.
Joel? Joel?
He was wounded at the Battle of Shelbyville, ma'am. I'm so sorry.
Came back home, Mama.
It's all right. It's all right.
Joel is dead.
Sarah? Are you all right?
I don't know. I'm so accustomed to grief. I don't know how I feel. I can still hear his voice here. Bartlett's too. I don't think our loved ones make our lives. But loving them does. Death cannot take that away.
It stays with us. Forever.
Two years ago, President Lincoln issued his Emancipation Proclamation, freeing all the Southern slaves. Now that the war is over, on this day, June 19th, 1865, it becomes a law. You decide to go. Thank you so much for taking care of my family all these years. God bless you. You are free.
Oh, Jesus.
Martha and I, we've been talking this freedom business over, Miss Georgia. And I got a bad feeling that the white man gonna hate us niggas worse being free than he ever did us being slaves. Most of those people out there, they can't read or write. They don't know where they was born or how old they is. They can't do nothing but plant cotton. So I'm wondering, what the hell is it we free to do? Now, I don't know how slavery got started, but I'm damn sure that it ain't over.
I'm sure you and Martha will find a way to make yourselves a good life.
Will you stay in, Miss Georgia?
You are? Why?
We's family. I love you, Miss Georgia. Your soul's always been sweet.
I love you too, cousin.
Cherokee, Daddy, he's home!
How very beautiful. You don't have to do this.
I want to. I love you. Talk to me. I missed hearing your voice. I made you some tea, Daddy.
Oh, little sweet. Thank you. No, back. Well, I'm not as agile as I was, but I won't starve.
But you can't be a doctor anymore.
Well, of course I can. I can still help people. It's all right.
Isn't all right? I hate what the Yankees did to you. I wish we'd kill them all!
We need some fresh straw in here.
Oh, William.
Yes, darling, I'm whole.
Delegates from all over the state are gathering at the Capitol in Austin to draft a new constitution for Texas. I've been invited to go. And then we'll be presenting it in Washington.
I can't imagine you in politics.
Oh. It's more like keeping the peace.
Don't leave me again.
It's important, Georgia.
It's Yankees, Georgia.
Where's your husband?
He's in Austin.
This house has been designated headquarters for the officers and men who will occupy San Marcos. You are to vacate at once. I suggest you take up residence in the slave quarters.
I thought the war was over. It's Reconstruction. The Yankees are gonna punish us for losing.
I move in immediately. The rest of my troops will arrive tomorrow.
Yankees.
Fine, sir.
What are they doing here?
I don't know, Cherokee.
You better haul this water out back. She'll be safe, son. Go on.
Pickney. It's all right. Go.
You are safe. I promise you.
Pardon me. It's your southern air.
I managed a bank before the war in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I haven't been there for 4 years. I miss it terribly. Have you ever seen snow?
No.
It's beautiful. Snow even makes ugly things beautiful. Would you consider joining me and some of my officers for dinner?
My mama wouldn't let me.
Hold them up, Sergeant.
Give me that rifle. They can't take our house, Mama. Sweet, they're just gonna borrow it. Come on, we have to hide this now.
My mission here is to protect you. I have. Why else would I have allowed Little Sweet's attack on my men to go unpunished?
Little Sweet. That is absurd. She's only a child.
Yes, her mother's own, in fact. But since we are not at war, I must consider it attempted murder. A criminal act with serious consequences.
You must be very bored, Captain, to invent such fantasies. Good night.
I am bored, Mrs. Woods. I am rather fond of your daughter, Cherokee. Perhaps you could speak to her?
Captain Howler, you so much as...
Don't say anything you might regret, Mrs. Woods. There are tigers in the forest, and I hold the leash.
Little Sweet's rifle, I presume?
I want Cherokee. Once she's in my bed, I'll give you my word. Little Sweet will remain free. You southern women have such a marvelous spirit.
And I wonder, is Cherokee as lively as her mother?
Mama, go back to bed. Go.
I received your note.
Captain Howler, promise not to harm my little sister. Please. promise.
I give you my word.
Come with me. What's wrong?
Why are those horses saddled?
Jackie, head home now. Go by way of the woods. And burn that gown.
I done murder, Tom.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am, Miss Georgia. You done the Lord's will.
I brought you some food. I had no idea the Yankees had taken over your house. Your name's Lamassy?
Don't know how Captain Haller found the rifle, but he just would not leave us alone.
I'm so sorry, Georgia. What happened to him?
He disappeared. The Yankees had 3 companies of troops searching for him, but to no avail.
What a shame. I've missed you, Georgia.
I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought of you. So how's your vote getting going?
We're progressing.
I'm asking you, Phoebe.
I want us to be friends, Georgia.
Well, friends can talk about politics. It's being recruited I could do without.
So?
Come on.
Well, we're trying to include women's suffrage in the new Constitution. You sure you want to hear about this? We need signatures, but we also need to go in force to the Capitol.
Does that really make a difference?
To be honest, I think a frog's got a better chance of snagging a coyote than women do of getting the vote. But I had the feeling that if we needed to lay on some female charm and open a few doors, you'd be the one who could do it.
Am I being recruited?
Absolutely not. I'd never do that. Did you shoot Captain Haller?
No.
I would have.
Therefore, after examining the petition on female suffrage, we unhesitatingly state that we are opposed to it. Not because we think women of less capacity than men, but because their Native modesty causes them to shrink from mingling in the busy noise of election day. To grant women the power to vote would be an insult to their sex. By implication, that they are so unwomanly as to want the privilege. It is with respect for the genteel qualities in every true woman that we recommend the motion shall not pass this body of gentlemen.
The Honorable Speaker refers to women's native modesty. Now, if God had wanted modesty to be native in women, he would not have saddled them with childbirth.
Madam, you are out of place and out of order.
We, sir, are exactly where we belong. Now, how can the Speaker say that we would shrink from the busy noise of election days? Do you men think a house full of children isn't busy or noisy or less important? And you men were, in fact, raised and educated by women. How can my son...
Madam, we will hear no more from you.
How can my son be qualified to vote and I am not? Your ideal, sir, of a true woman is false. But I don't want to be a man. I like being a woman. But a woman who can vote. Women will vote.
Come on now! What's the movement? We gotta save this bar!
Damn the world! Doesn't hatred ever stop?
I don't think it does, Georgia. One of the few saving graces in this miserable world is the fact that you are in it, Femi.
Get out! Let's gotta go!
Have you told the children yet?
We will. That's Jackie's wedding. Captain Howler's parting gift.
I brought you something. It belonged to Tarantula, the Comanche chief. It had medicine in it to heal an arrow wound in Sarah's leg. His braves tortured my childhood friends. I hated him for that. And I decided all Indians were savages. But I was wrong. I want you to have it. It isn't exactly fitting for a Tuckabatchee queen. But it'll have to do.
You know all my secrets.
I always thought I was that girl. But I was the bird waiting to fly away, be free.
love you so much. You're as beautiful to me now as you have ever been.
Be proud of who you are. Who would have known I'd love you so?
God must have shined on us. No other way could have happened.
I'm sorry. The harness broke on the way over here.
Did you fix the damn thing?
I fixed it.
I shot Captain Howard.
I know. I'd be disappointed in you if you didn't.
Thank God I loved you, baby. I will always love you. I apologize for dying so young.
You brave squaw child.
You shouldn't have to walk. Please take my horse.
See? I have given him my horse.
They've made myths out of us, Sarah. We're not even dead yet. Lord, others sure are. Maddie. Little Johnny. Jenny Bowles, who led us across the Brazos. Bartlett. And Joel. Our mother and father. And Georgia. Sometimes it seems like they weren't real. I wonder if my children will wonder one day if I was real.
They're all still here.
Georgia's out in the cotton field somewhere counting bushels. Tarantula's nearby, riding with his braves. Bartlett's chasing them. Mattie Lockhart's dancing, and Joel and all my sweet children are laughing.
You know, I don't feel a bit old. There is something in us, I am sure. A kind of flame that does not change through time. That is as alive when we're old as when our eyes first see the world. Did we do anything, Sarah?
We endured. We kept the devil at bay. That's enough, sweetie. Two old Texas women.